I'm little confused with the free will again today. The free will, it is like depending upon totally karma.
Is it?
So what we said was karma depends on free will.
Okay.
What is karma? What is karma? Karma, when we say, we are talking about karma phalam, right? Karma phalam, punyam papam. The past karma. Past karma is punyam papam. How did you generate the punyam and papam? That is the question.
By doing
Without
karma.
free will, how could I have generated that? Phalam means action must have been done. And action can be only be done by one who has free will. Without free will, no action can be done. Or put it differently, any action done without free will cannot accrue punya karma, papa karma. A dog or a cat is doing actions, performing actions, okay? But guess what? It does not accrue punya karma, papa karma. It does not gather. Why? No kartrutvam, no free will. Free will ledu. Correct? So that is what I had mentioned. Free will generates karma phalam.
So free will generates karma palam. When you said this lalate, likita, reka, this one is. So when we say, oh, this is my karma, you know, we just show this one. So is that free will?
No, that is not free will. So therefore, two things decide my future. Two things decide my future. What are the two things? My free will, right?
Yes.
Decides my future. And karma also decides my future. Past karma also decides my future. Two things decide my future. One is what I do, what I'm about to do. I'll give an example. I need to prepare breakfast because it's breakfast time here, okay, 7 o'clock. And so my actions only can produce breakfast. Okay. If I don't do any action, there is no breakfast, correct? So free will has to be exercised to produce breakfast, right? And hopefully I'll have breakfast in an hour, whatever, sometime in the morning, you know, by before 8, 8:30, whatever. Now, I come home at 11 and then I have breakfast. What happened? Because I got a call. And this happened, that happened. I had to do something. And finally I came home only at 11. Came home means I had breakfast only at 11. I wanted something else happened, right? That is because karma. We generally don't work for something we don't want. We don't work hard for something we don't want. Correct? Correct. So if something that we don't like happened, it is because of past karma. Karma and past karma. Free will and past karma, both are there. Free will only created the breakfast. Free will wanted to have the breakfast. Free will is needed to satisfy the hunger. If free will is not there, hunger also cannot be satisfied. Okay. Then past karma decides. Also, past karma says, don't forget me. Don't forget me. I'm also there. I'm your partner. I'm behind you. I'm coming along with you all the time. That is why prayer. That is why we are always telling past karma, you know, do good things for me, okay? And then you take care of me, okay? Like that, you have to keep on saying, karma is Ishvara. Therefore, Ishvara Prarthana. Karma is not separate from Ishvara. So you're back to your question, right? Free will, two things decide our future. This one and this one. Man, who did this? I did this. And I also decide the future, okay?
So what is the exact Sanskrit word for free will here?
What is the Sanskrit word for free will? So, ahankara is used. Ahankara, okay? And abhimana. So, ahankara is a better word. Ahankara is used. Ahankaromi iti ahankara. not ego. Don't translate ahankara as ego. Ego doesn't. So ahankara, ahankaromi iti ahankara. The fact that I know I am a doer, I can do, that is called free will. That word is ahankara.
So
Technical word, ahankara.
this free will, I was reading one day, I think you were explaining that Adi Bhautika, the tapas, I believe, Adhyatmika and Adi Daivika, something like that. So aren't we trapped in all this?
Trapped in all what?
Like all these tapas, like Adi Daivika is like, or Adi Bhautika, whatever happens in the nature, you know, how we get stuck. Or Adi Daivika tapa is like, maybe they say God created or whatever. And Adhyatmika is like some, maybe I'm not saying the right word. Like, you know, somebody close, something happens, you will get hurt, you know, all this tapas. Where does this free will, how do you execute our free will here? You know, because if everything is daika, I mean, karma, you know, depending upon that, how do you come out of this?
But just now we said everything is not this. There are two things that decide your future. That's what we said.
The
So
previous
two
karma
things
and
decide
then
your
what
future.
I do.
Everything is not this. Everything is not this. Free will is very important. Free will is very important. And the beauty of this karma is we acknowledge the karma. Ignoring that karma will not help you. Past karma. Ignoring punya papa. That is why West always has a problem in rationalizing events, situations, family events. For us, we don't have any problem with, I mean, we also go through sorrowful experiences, but we know, okay, this is, despite my best intentions, this happened, therefore past karma. And then karma helps move forward. Karma helps clear up all accounts. Move forward. So karma is useful. It's very important. Karma is very important that way. That shows we are able to understand the continuity of life. That continuity is there, and that's what helps us rationalize many events. Like a young, you know, healthy child dying, you know, nobody can accept that. Nobody can handle that. Very difficult. Only karma can explain that. Yeah. So therefore, never say if karma, everything is written on the forehead. Never say that. That's a wrong statement.
Never say that. Okay.
Some things are written on the forehead. Correct. That is a correct statement. Okay. But I'm still there, and free will is still there. And we accept whatever. What is the serenity prayer? What is the serenity prayer? Oh Lord, give me the
strength.
Give me the capacity to change the things that I must change, that I can change. Give me the ability, give me the endurance to bear the things that I cannot change, and give me the wisdom to know the difference between what I can change and what I cannot change. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah, very important.
Jai Kumarji, continuation of this one. As per multiple Janma theory, and attached to the karma theory, it's like a good karma if you have done it in the past life or this life, you will have the good life now, and then it can carry it on to next Janma. If you have not done good, bad karma you have done it, then you will not even born, you won't even born as a human. You may born as a dog or a cat. As you told me just now, dogs and cats, they don't have free will, they don't have karma. That means that cycle of the life ends there, or any other explanation?
Right. So So what happens is that, so it just so happens that one type of karma creates a type of body called a dog's body or a cat's body, etc., or a tree body. Okay, but then it so happens that that particular jiva does not have free will, which means what? That particular jiva cannot gain any more karma in that life. Bank balance is still there, karma balance is there for the tree also, but the tree is only exhausting karma, papa karma, or punya, whatever it is, depending. Okay, if the tree is born in a nice family and the family is taking care of the tree, that's punya karma also. We don't know. Who are we to say it, papa punya? So some karma is exhausting. So it is exhausting. It cannot gain even an ounce of karma in that life. Some trees live for hundreds of years. One life, hundreds of years. What is that? Redwood
forest.
tree. Yeah, redwood tree is so big. Unless we cut the tree, it won't die, I think.
Yes.
And so like that it is. So is it punya karma or papa karma? Whatever. We can argue on that. But the point is, it does not gain any karma during that life. And after it goes away, then the past account decides what happens to that jiva. So it is not a discontinuity, it is a continuous. It just so happens that there is a life without free will, and then there is a life with free will. And that free will, that's why Manushyanam Narajanmam, I mean, Narajanmam Durlabham. Durlabham. Hey, use that life when you have free will. Because I can be born again without free will. I was born before without free will also. And so free will is important. Therefore, so there's no question of a human being not having free will. There's no question at all.
Thank you for clarifying. There's a clear regarding that. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah, Mahesh ji, go ahead.
We can't hear you,
Yes.
Mahesh ji.
Somehow we can't hear you. So maybe the jack is not hooked up properly, I think. Yeah.
Are you able to hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So this, you mentioned Jiva, is it Shadgam or something else? I didn't hear it well.
Shut. S-H-U-T, shut the door. Shut.
Oh, Shut. Okay. Yeah, I
Shatkam.
heard it as
So-
Shaktam, so that's the reason.
Shatkam.
Yeah. Another thing is this, when we say free will, can we say that it's a voluntary actions or free will? Because there are a lot of involuntary actions which are not part of free will.
Yeah. So free will, that's why we say volition. Volition means comes out of, they say comes out of your own volition. It's out of your own free will. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, involuntary actions are involuntary. So we don't, they don't accrue any karma, etc. Yeah.
And also in the 6th chapter towards the end, it say that to answer Arjuna's question, Krishna says that whatever you do, even if you don't complete, it'll, you start from where you left off in your jet. So I think the interpretation is that whenever the next Janma happens, or Manushya Janma happens, because next few Janmas could be something else. So based on your explanation you gave now, they all will be dormant for whenever till the next Manushya Janma happens.
Yeah. So Gahana Karmano Gati. So Kim Karma, Kima Karmeti, Kavayopyatra Mohitaha, Tatte Karma Pramakshami, Yajnatma Mokshase Subhat, Karmano Hyapi Bodhavyam cha Vikarmanaha, Akarmanascha Bodhavyam, Gahana Karmano Gatihi. So karma is difficult to fathom, and we can make guesses about all these things, but we can finally go only by the pramana. Finally, we can go only by pramana. There's no other, we can reason only to a certain point. After that, you can't reason out. We don't have the data to reason out. That's what I mean. So pramanam. So yeah, but this punarjanma, etc., is logical. That is the only thing that explains the events that happen in one's life. And yeah, so yeah, there is definitely continuity, and there's no loss in the effort expended in the pursuit of the Shastra.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, Satyaji.
I'm trying to understand more in depth when we say that I'm not this body, I'm not this prana or all the panchakosha, and I'm Atman, which is formless reality. We are talking about absolute reality. So if we reject the empirical world, and if we focus only on absolute reality, which is Atma, which is limitless, which is neither born or dies, will it not be much easier for us to take the things in our life as they present to us, rather than worrying about what kind of past karma I'm suffering from, or what I'm doing that will result in future bad or good karma results for my actions today? Will it be easier for us to adopt absolute reality as the reality in which we should live, so that we'll be more happy of being ourselves?
Yeah, so your voice was breaking a lot, so I'm going to put it all together for everybody's benefit. So Satyaji's question is this. Atma Satyam, Atma Nityaha, Atma Avinashi, Atma Sarvagataha. So we have studied all that. Atma is unborn and it will not perish. And I am Atma, and etc. we have studied. So Satyaji's question is this. Then you got this karma, past karma, punya karma, papa karma, and that's going to impact who I am today. And then what I do today is going to impact my future lives. This is the karma theory. I shouldn't even say theory. Once again. Yeah. So Satyaji's question is this. Why not just stay focused on the Tattvam, Atma Tattvam? Okay. And wouldn't that be just better than worrying about karma and what it's going to do, how it happens, all these things? These are all, this might even be a digression. That's what Satyaji is asking. And my interpretation, Satyaji, of your question. So yes. Would that be enough? Okay, that's what he's saying. That is correct. That is correct. But then we have to understand also why it's like this. Why are things the way they are? That question will be there. Okay, why are things the way they are? And see, doctor gives a medicine for some flu, some temperature is there, etc. Doctor says, okay, this is not bacterial, this is viral, etc. And then okay, there some medicine is given. But then, how did I get the virus? I was at home all along. I followed social distancing and this, that, and like that, the patient asked the doctor. Can the doctor say, Indian doctor will say this sometime, why do you worry about all that? I've given you the medicine or not? Huh? You want the problem to be solved or not? Or do you want to sit and talk about what happened, which virus came, how many viruses are there in your body, this, that? Are you going to talk like this? Don't waste my time. Nah. In India, they can do all these things. Tell you, I went to see. The doctor has to talk properly, and I also respect the doctor. And so I took my father to a pulmonologist, and the man didn't talk at all. He just wrote something and then he gave it off. And I know a little bit about COPD. My father's is, this pulmonary disorder, etc. All this I know. And so I asked him something. He didn't respond anything. He said, yeah, okay. You take this medicine, it will be okay. After that, I didn't go to that person. He may be a good doctor. What can I do? But I need to, some few words I have to be exchanged. So therefore, so answer is true. What you said is true, Satyaji. But we have to understand how all these things have happened. Why I am like this? What caused my birth, etc. If the question is asked, then we must be able to answer. That is why we are answering. We are not saying that you have to know how karma works in order to know what Atma is. We are not saying that. Okay, understand clearly what I am saying. To understand the Atma Tattvam, you need to know nothing about karma. You don't have to know that if I die away, then I have to be born again in Suchi, Nam, Shri, Matam, Gehe, etc. You don't have to know all that. It has nothing to do with understanding Atma Tattva. Correct. You are correct from that perspective. But how did the creation come into being? Why did I gain all this karma? Why is all this happening to me in my life? Somebody can ask these questions. And then we have to be able to answer that. And so Srishti also, how did the world get created? You don't have to know. We don't have to know how the world got created in order for us to know Brahma Tattvam and Atma Tattvam. Correct. And therefore, that's not important. Shrishtivada, etc. is there. Many theories are proposed. But for us, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that much at all. So yeah, so Satyaji's point is important. All of you should make a note. And the importance is that you don't have to know anything about karma at all, really speaking, in order to understand Vedanta. Okay, that's a correct statement. But questions will arise. If somebody has a question, then we must be able to answer that question. Why something happened to me, etc. These questions will come, and or even otherwise, something happened to somebody else. How does free will play, and what is this whole cycle of karma and karma phalam and karma phalam, all that, how it works, etc. The question may arise. So, point well taken. Good question, Satyaji. Thank you. Does that help, Satyaji?
Yes, please. I may share the whole purpose of studying Vedanta is to lead us from darkness to light, from mortality to immortality. So, and from and putting an end to this cessation of all the unhappiness in our life. So, in order to accomplish those things, and the reason why we are studying the Vedanta is for that purpose, is to change our paradigm about the world and our interaction with the world and the past and future, and the past life and future life and the present life. So focusing on the present life and trying to not to worry about the future and the past, we may be able to accomplish more things and be more happier. That's my best perception.
Absolutely. Again, I'm 100% agree with you. And so we can't be constantly worrying about karma and all that. We discuss a little bit, but then we let go. Slowly we let go. I am free. That is what Shastram is saying. I am free, but I am worrying about my past and future means what? This is not freedom. That's not freedom. I'm constantly worrying about my future. What will happen to me in next Janma? What will happen? That means I'm not free. Vedanta is not really helping me. That's what it is. So yeah. So that point also will take it. Satyaji. Thank you. Vaidya.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so, Jaykumarji said correctly that actions which are done, only actions done with free will can accrue punya and papa. But what about actions that are done in the attitude of karma yoga? So with Ishwararpana Buddhi, then what about those? It might be worth clarifying.
Right. So difference between actions done with and without karma yoga buddhi. Okay, is there any difference? Correct. The difference is how you deal with karma phalam There's a big difference, right? Whatever happens to you, actions are done for a purpose. There's always a purpose. Prayojanam anuddishya mandopina pravartate. So there's always a purpose for every action we do. Every small action or big action, series of actions. And so prayojanam is always there. There is something that I want to get out of all this. Therefore, now, so there is, just because I have karma yoga buddhi, I can't do whatever I please. I can't do whatever I please. The person with karma yoga buddhi wanting a promotion has to versus the person without karma yoga buddhi wanting a promotion. Both of them have to do the same things. Both of them have to do the same, whatever work is needed to accomplish at work. Okay, the equal, same karma is done. So what is the difference? So result also, whatever happens to them, the karma yoga buddhi does not change the result. Vidyaji, think about it. Karma yoga buddhi does not change the result. Or does it? Result is not defined by karma yoga buddhi. Result is defined by karma, action. Karma yoga buddhi is what? Ishwararpana buddhi and prasada buddhi. It is the attitude with which I do the karma. Yeah, attitudes of course are important in how we lead our life, but finally the result is going to come. I'm going to face, how am I going to face the music? That is where the biggest difference is. Okay, so karma yoga buddhi, I don't believe it is going to change the outcomes, because karma is what decides the outcome. Karma yoga buddhi decides how I do something and how I accept the results. And chances are that karma yoga buddhi may actually make me do things better also. Okay, that's my view, Vaidyaji. Okay, so that's a power of karma yoga.
Yeah. No, certainly I agree with what you're saying. The prasad part will, how you respond to the result is completely different, right? When you do it with karma yoga buddhi and when you do it without karma yoga buddhi, right? But isn't an action done with karma yoga buddhi also have a result of neutralizing these raga dveshas, or going towards neutralizing raga dveshas?
Absolutely. That's what karma yoga has a result of antakarana shuddhi. Antakarana shuddhi. But that's the byproduct. It is not the direct result of the karma. Karma has karma phalam. But the attitude, yes, has a result, which is the antakarana shuddhi, which the person without karma yoga buddhi will not have, will not get. Okay. Correct. So we don't deny that karma yoga. That's why we say karma yoga is not karma. Karma yoga is not an action.
Right.
It's an attitude. And that attitude, what is this antakarana shuddhi? Antakarana shuddhi is not a result of any action. Maturity is not a result of any action. My ability to deal with what happens to me, my ability to deal with my raga dveshas is not a result of any action. If it were a result of an action, I would immediately pick up and do that action. And Krishna is saying, do whatever you have to do, but do it with the proper buddhi, this karma yoga buddhi. That is what will give you antakarana shuddhi. He doesn't say if you do this 10 times a day, you will get more antakarana shuddhi. He doesn't say that. He says, wherever you are, whichever country you are in, whichever ashrama you are in, whether you are poor or you're rich or wealthy, whatever you do, you must do. Okay, do what it takes, but do it with the right attitude. That's what he says. There's no recipe. He doesn't give any recipe at all. The only recipe is the attitude. Okay. So yeah, that additional, if you want to call it phalam, antakarana shuddhi is a phalam, if you say, Okay, we can accept that. It's a phalam, no doubt. But it's not a phalam of any one particular karma. That's all I'm trying to say.
Got it. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jay
Any other
Kumarji,
questions?
just
Yeah.
a question. So it can be an indirect result to other karmas which we do. So when the antakarana shuddhi happens, though it is not phala, but the future karmas would be based on that antakarana shuddhi. So the result of that would be more positive, punya. Is that the indirect effect of having antakarana shuddhi on the future karma?
So you're saying that antakarana shuddhi, will it make me do things better in the future?
Yeah, that should be the case, right? Because that is what
That's what you're saying.
yeah.
Yeah, I suppose it can make us do things better. We're more composed. We take the time to think through things, I suppose. And yeah, those things may happen. Yeah, sure.
Free will gets better, I think.
Free will does not take me for a ride anymore. Huh?
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose you can say that.
Because we lead to the leaving the doership also as the knowledge happens through antakarana shuddhi.
Yeah, definitely. So, antakarana shuddhi. From our perspective, antakarana shuddhi is not meant to perpetuate karma. It is meant to understand the Shastra. And therefore, our focus must be Shastram and Jnanam, Ajnana Nivritti. That must be the focus. And so, whether I'm getting more efficient, Shastram nowhere talks about efficiency. Nowhere. Zero. I've been looking for the word efficiency. It's not available. Shastram is not interested whether you are doing this job in 10 minutes and he's doing it in 20 minutes. No. That is not a qualification at all. It is a qualification only in companies and corporations. Okay, efficiency. They constantly drive you to do it faster, do it this efficient, etc. Efficiency, of course, we should not be inefficient in what we do, no doubt about that. But this efficiency has no role to play in this karma yoga. In fact, karma yoga may make you inefficient also, because you have to think through. You suppose you say, I will not bribe. You will not get your registration papers done in India. There's somebody called me. I'm supposed to go here, and that fellow was expecting something from me. It has been 3 years. Okay, the job is not done. Inefficient. People will tell me I'm inefficient. You don't know how to get the job done. This is what they will tell me. I become a loser in the system, correct? Karma yoga, you become a loser in many aspects. So I don't know. I can't agree with you also. I will be better in the future. I mean, I will be better and all. No, nobody is going to get. In fact, you only certificate you will get, you will be a loser. In the modern world, you cannot survive, my dear. Like this, you can't bring all your value systems, Bhagavad Gita and all. If you bring, you won't survive. This is what they will tell me. Only in this class I am sharing. I have not shared this with anybody else. So correct. So I think efficiency and all. Do better. Better means we have to define better. And so better means again back to attitude. How am I dealing with situations? That's all we can talk about. And am I spending more time with the Shastra? That also we have to bring in. The purpose of all this is, am I spending quality time with the Shastra? So yeah, think about these things.
So from the technical perspective, it's the karma is linked to the vritti. Now the vritti is now once you say that antakarana shuddhi, then it is the awareness. Now the awareness can lead to vrittis which are pure in nature. So the vritti which is connected to the karma would be resulting into a punya type of karma.
And so the question is?
So, I mean, I understand the practical issue, but from the technical aspect, through Vedanta or through Shastra, the karma is based on the result of the vritti, right? Finally, whether it is action finally resulting into action, but it is based on the vritti which in the mind.
Yeah, it's based on the vritti, correct.
So that vritti is once the awareness comes because of antakarana shuddhi, because that leads to actually awareness, right? The antakarana shuddhi, more and more awareness. So which leads to thoughts, the vrittis which comes up based on that antakarana shuddhi are pure thoughts, are doing dharmic, leading the dharmic life in the empirical world. So with that, my karma is related to that vritti which is pure in nature.
Okay. Yeah, those are acceptable. Yeah, definitely. So we have to finally ask the question. Duramete viparite vishuchi. Yama says. Shreyascha preyascha manushya. Okay. One is Shreyas. Another is prayers. There are two paths open to me. It's like a road forking into two, right?
Okay.
Which path do I want to take? This question we have to challenge ourselves constantly. And then this path is going to keep me in this karma phalam loop. And this path reveals to me who I am, and thereby just frees me from this karma phalam cycle. So anything that helps us choose the path of Shreyas is best. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Any other questions? Yeah, let's stop. Om Swasti Prajabhyah Paripalayantam. One more thing I wanted to say. So those who want to say a few words in the first 6 chapters and share your thoughts, please feel free to do that. It's an opportunity. I want to give you the opportunity to say and collect your thoughts, consolidate your thoughts on any topic. And it can be partial, it can be complete, it doesn't matter. Just feel like saying something about a shloka, you can say that. I like this shloka and this is what it means. And that's why I like it. Whatever, you can say anything. And so I would like for you to do that. So you can, so last time I think we did that in the satsang sessions, right? And if you feel a class or two must be dedicated to this, we can do that. I think you all can discuss and let me know. I'm okay with that also. And so please think about that. Stay back here if you want to discuss. And just wanted to mention that. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarva Maya Vinashanaya Trilokyanathaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarva Maya Vinashanaya Trilokyanathaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarva Maya Vinashanaya Trilokyanathaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.
धन्यवाद